Mr. Deputy President, 5 minutes is not enough to explain the impact of the suspension of these innovation grants. This motion raises awareness about the serious negative consequences that the government's decision to suspend these grants supporting innovation, industry and science will have on innovation in New South Wales. The way that the grant applicants have been treated is completely disrespectful. These programs were fully funded under the Coalition's 2022-23 budget, and it was the Coalition's policy to continue funding for these programs to promote growth in the startup sector. Alas for the founders today. The reality is that private investment is drying up, making certainty even more valuable through government funding. The Minimal Viable Product Venture Program, which offers early-stage startup founders matched funding of up to $200,000 to support the commercialisation of their products, has been suspended. Martin Karafillis, Director of Fishburners, has said that underrepresented founders, including women, Indigenous people and those from the regions, benefit most from this type of early-stage investment. The suspension has not only barred new applicants, but has effectively left companies awaiting funding in limbo, some of them having spent tens of thousands of dollars in fees and foregone time just to prepare and submit these applications. The communications to founders who have applied for this funding is misleading at best and absolutely non-existent at worst. The thousands of dollars in time and money down the drain for the many companies who have already submitted applications or are in the process of doing so is enormous. Ben Zill, the co-CEO and co-founder of payment startup Wave, noted that the former New South Wales government had recently been publicly praised for its industry-leading programs. Should this government not reinstate funding for these programs urgently, the impact of grants like the MVP Ventures program suspensions will be felt by the local startup community for years to come. Soaring costs and the difficulties accessing private funding are just some of the challenges Australia's future rising stars face. Without government support through the funding of grants, these potential future unicorns won't traverse what is known as the Valley of Death. We risk losing hundreds, if not thousands, of jobs to places like the US and Singapore. We know that reliable government support is crucial in ensuring more startups can develop successfully, promoting the potentially multi-million-dollar companies, if not billion-dollar firms from the beginning. And the overarching sense in the minds of so many in this startup community is that the Labor government is now entirely out of touch. Wave is currently spending $6,000 per day on regulatory compliance alone. Every day matters. Tilliter, which has been founded by Martin, who I spoke about earlier, he told me that the MVP Ventures program was literally vital to their success. They would not have been able to found the company without it. In 6 years, they are now reporting an annual revenue of over $10 million. I also refer to Mutinex. It's a scale-up which has gone from 12 to 14 staff in such a short time frame. They work in the AI space and help businesses grow and make better growth decisions. They are a great New South Wales and Victorian success story, and the majority of their staff are here in New South Wales. And I quote from their co-founder, Henry Innes: "We had selected New South Wales as our scale-up destination based on being part of Tech Central, with both the support and community it provided and accommodated for. This has been ripped away by the government and has caused considerable uncertainty in a challenging time. Startups can deal with operating alone, but what we can't deal with is the chaotic and constant change without communication that is impacting the Investment New South Wales grants. It makes it impossible to plan, let alone operate, as a business in New South Wales, and we implore the government to bring some stability, consistency and communication to how they operate." The reality is that they will be paying over $150,000 per annum in payroll tax, with plans that will see them grow to possibly $240,000 per annum in payroll tax. This does not include the other types of economy boosters, discretionary spend, property taxes, and taxes paid by their employees residing in New South Wales. They were actually eligible for a grant in Victoria, but chose to operate in New South Wales because of the grant funding available here. The government has disregarded this startup community and demonstrated this disregard for some of our most brilliant minds.
Shame.